What's up, YouTube? This is Noxie Baby, and I'm coming to you on a 28-month VSG post-op update. And so what I want to talk about today is basically what's been going on with me, which is really nothing. But I guess I want to focus more on regain. And so I had an epiphany when I was walking through Walmart today. So like currently my weight is like 184. Let me try to see, where do I want to go? I'm trying to think, where do I want to go with this video? Okay. As you can see, I'm kind of slouched to the side on my couch in my house. Ooh. Anyway, so when I started my journey out, I was like 346. So I'm 184. My lowest was 172. So clearly I had, what, 10 to 12 pounds of weight gain. And I could feel it. I could feel it like all in my stomach. And so I bought a scale because I had a scale, but I never bought batteries, and I don't know what type of batteries it needs. But anyway, I never really used it. I got it when I was like really fat, and my cat kept getting on the goddamn scale, and I was like, look, like all three of them then just always played on the scale, so I took the battery out and I lost the battery. So yeah. But anyway, that was before I had weight loss surgery. So I got this scale. And every so often, I would always go into the gym to get on the scale to see my weight. Because some days I would feel really light, and some days I kind of felt fluffy. So I was telling one of my girlfriends how I felt, I was starting to feel fluffy. Meaning, your clothes kind of tell you whether you're up or you're down. So I noticed like my shirt rolling up, and then I just felt fat. And it sounds really funny to say, somebody who was once 374 pounds and now down to 180 talking about I feel fat at 180. So my girlfriend was like, but you were like over 200 and something pounds. How can you feel fat? I guess she was trying to allude to the fact, like, yeah, bitch, you was fat as hell. So now you 180, and so now you saying you feel fat. And so then I started to justify like this regain that I'm having. And the justification was like, maybe I'm having body dysmorphia, because when I was like 350 pounds, I didn't know I was that fucking fat. Like the pictures I saw, I didn't look that fat. But being 180, looking at old pictures, I was like fat as hell. And I'm like, you bitches didn't tell me I was this fat. And they was like, yeah, we thought you knew. But anyway, so I thought maybe my body was getting tired of being 180 and wanted to be smaller. But then I was like, let me get on the scale. And I started looking at my clothes. I started feeling squished in my clothes. All like, as my quote-unquote boyfriend said, I look like a can of biscuits. But anyway, neither here nor there. So, yes, I've gained weight from my lowest, which was 172, so I'm up to like 184. Now, I always said how I teeter-totter between 180 and 176 anyway, but I'm up like 4 to 5 pounds, and I'm feeling it. And I'm feeling it everywhere. So then I have to think about, what am I doing now that is totally different from when I was in the weight loss stages? And the number one thing that stuck out to me was exercising. I remember I did a video called The Eve of My Sleeve, and I talked about how I felt so hopeful about losing weight. Meaning, I just knew I was going to be successful this time, because weight loss surgery would be that support that I needed. And I felt so hopeful that the weight was going to come off and the weight was going to stay off. But what I'm finding is that after you have weight loss surgery and you get out into some years, you start to get comfortable. So I had to think back, what am I doing now that's different from when I first had the weight loss surgery? And the number one thing, like I just said, was exercising. Like I would run, and I used to run. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. Now I could barely run a mile, like struggling to get to a mile. So yeah, so that's changed. Then I thought about, what am I drinking? Because drinking is an easy way for you to, you know, suck down calories. Yeah, you couldn't pay a bitch to drink a juice. What? A pop? I actually had a whole can of pop. I was like at work like 3 weeks ago, and I stole one of my coworkers' pops out the refrigerator. Yep, sure did. And I drank like a half a Pepsi. Was it a half a Pepsi? But somewhere down the line, I know I had another whole can of pop. Like, you couldn't pay me in the beginning, that first year, to drink Pop, hell to the no. So I've been drinking swigs of pop, more than swigs of pop. I've been drinking juice. I've been drinking beers with my guy, whatever. So okay, so that's the liquid intake. Now, one non-negotiable is my coffee. I don't give a fuck. The shit is 400 calories. I'm not wavering on that. So that has always stayed the same. But the pop, the lack of exercise, the lack, and I do mean lack. Like maybe I'll go to the gym twice a month, like 2 times to 3 times out the month. I'm going to the gym. More or less on the 2 times. No, out of 30 days. Yeah, 2 times. Okay, I'm not giving myself no extra credit or nothing. So then, so the drinking my calories, and then the eating. I always ate cake, but it used to be a point in time where I didn't eat rice, I didn't eat like pastas, and I wouldn't eat bread. I got to a point where I could eat a whole sandwich. Like if I make a turkey sandwich, it used to be a point where I would use 1 piece of bread and eat half of a sandwich. Like I've been pushing my limits as to what I can consume, and I'll get sick and vomit some of it up, but I would still try to push my limits. So I've been eating like a whole sandwich, a whole grilled cheese sandwich. Like the fact that I'm eating like the grilled cheese grits. I have been consuming grits like it's no fucking tomorrow. Like grits is the best thing ever. So then, so the grits, the whole sandwiches, I'm eating rice, I'm eating Chinese food. A bitch that used to eat Chinese food, but my guy, he eats Chinese food, so I eat Chinese food. Pasta, macaroni, all of that. So I'm eating those things, drinking certain things. The cake thing is still about the same. But now I've bought ice cream. So in the house, I have ice cream. I have the Edie's half the fucking fat. But it's like half the container is gone, and I bought it like 2 days ago. But I used to, if I wanted ice cream, I would go get like a little scoop. So I'm like, fuck that scoop shit. I'm going to just get half the fat, right? Of course, I'm not doing things that I used to do. You know, pre-surgery. You know what I'm saying? I'm not eating halfway as much as how I used to eat before. But, and I'm eating more fast food, more fried foods. And I'm eating french fries. Like I bought a bag of french fries and I'm frying them. Now when I go out, I don't order fries. And I used to skim off of other people's fries. But now I bought french fries in the house because he eats french fries. So I'm eating french fries. So all of those things equal regain in my mind. So that's why the numbers are up. My numbers are up. Was I trying to lose weight? No. For me now, I'm to the point where I want to maintain and I want to go down. But I had to look at what it is that I'm doing that's causing the scale to go up. That's causing my shirt to roll up. That's causing me to feel all fat and fluffy and shit. And so those are the things. Those are the things. And that's what's changed for me. I'm not going to go on no liquid diet. I'm not going to go on like no fast and I'm not going to do a sleeve test. None of that. I'm not going to do that. And what's so funny is what was working for me in the beginning, not eating certain stuff, I was totally okay with that. But in my mind, I got comfortable. And one thing, we as humans are creatures of habit. So now I just feel like I need to incorporate those more positive behaviors back into what I was doing. So, and then, oh my God, on top of the ice cream, I might have to do a part 2 because this thing gets a little funny in 10 minutes. So I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to upload like a part 2. So let's see how this goes.